When you walk in the doors of the Montgomery County Public Safety Training Academy, the motto of the facility stands before you as plain as day.
And you come to Montgomery County because you want to be part of the best. We are the best, and our citizens expect that. So when we walked in, we decided to, what do we do? The first thing that would, pop when you looked at it, and they say, the police in the United States are the finest and the firefighters are the bravest. So we want to say, hey, this is where it all starts, right through these doors.
Assistant Chief Adam Jones oversees the day-to-day operations for fire and rescue services at the training academy. On our visit, he gave us a look at what a typical day of training for his recruits looks like.
We've had fire rescue classes from anywhere from 80 people down to 18 people. And the first thing they do is in the morning they report to the classroom, they get their agenda, they come down here and they go through their physical training. We get them for their first 26 weeks. Let's face it, a lot of kids are playing video games now, so we get them in and they can pass their physicals, but they need to be able to go to a fire, carry people up and down stairs with the ambulance cots.
Fire and rescue recruits spend about 700 hours in the classroom, and they are taught by seasoned firefighters. They learn about lots of aspects of the job, including hazardous materials response, fire and injury prevention, and how to drive a hook and ladder truck.
Just an explanation of what the drivers have to do. We have a tractor driver who sits up front, and we have a tiller person who sits in the back. The person in the back has to do the opposite of what the tractor is doing. So if the tractor driver makes a left turn, the tiller person in the back has to steer to the right. When they back up, then the tiller person or the person in the back then becomes the lead, and the tractor up front has to follow the trailer. So it can be quite challenging, but it takes a good crew that's worked together quite a bit to really make it work and put it in action and make it a nice product.
So, we got to wear these headsets to make sure we're talking, and, you got to come up with a game plan, whether you go left and he goes left, and making sure it's going in a straight line, or if you need to go to the right or left, or the best job in the world.
Yeah. Why is that?
I love it. I came from a family of firemen, and I grew up around a firehouse, so yeah, it's a very fulfilling career.
It takes about 3 to 5 years to become a driver of one of these million-dollar rigs. These trucks are designed to operate in certain parts of the county where there are narrow alleyways and streets where a regular engine just won't work.
Clearance issues in Montgomery County, giant neighborhoods, small places.
That's
impossible. Made for it. It's 10 feet wide. Our fire trucks are 9'6" wide. Will it fit? Yes. Can you make the turn and rub the tires going around and pop a tire on one of the curbs? Yes, you can. It's a fight we fight all the time at night when everybody's here. There's cars parked around that make us go around the turn differently.
There are 6 of these vehicles and 16 ladder trucks. There are also heavy-duty tools fire and rescue recruits learn how to operate, like the jaws of life, metal cutters to reach victims who are trapped.
So everything that we do is to do no further harm to the patient, to stabilize the incident, and then to safely remove. And we really don't remove the patient from the vehicle, we move the vehicle from around the patient. And that's how we make sure that we're not bringing them in contact with any sharp edges. We just don't come in here to take the door off. We come in to get people out with as little jostling around as, because we're concerned with cervical injuries.
And there is even training with some of the most basic equipment.
And so this is basically showing folks what you can do with just these basic tools. And again, our what this could even, if somebody was on 270 and somebody got pinned up against the guardrail and we needed to just move that vehicle off just enough where we could get them out. It shows them that, hey, you don't need all these fancy, $10,000 worth of hydraulic tools. If you show up and something doesn't work, God forbid, this is how we did it 50 years ago.
There are 2 concrete burn buildings on site at the academy, a single-family home and a high-rise. These buildings are designed to develop both residential and commercial firefighting skills, so the recruits are ready for the call. You'll also find a Metro car on site, complete with its own set of tracks built by members of the department. These public servants are trained to respond to any situation that could be a matter of life and death.
We've run the worst day of your life 100 times before we actually run it, hopefully.
In the high bay building, new recruits are practicing basic skills, including advancing a ground ladder and hoisting props. The streetscape design allows the students to practice those skills in a scenario close to real life.
The county gives us the tools and the budget to do that. The tools that they get here prepare them to handle, I'd say, well, all of the things that they're going to encounter in Montgomery County.
And on our way out, we took a walk down memory lane to see the photos and mementos of past classes.
Where are you at?
Oh my gosh, right there. 145 pounds of me, right?
And ended at the display that honors the Montgomery County Fire Department pipe and drum. The pipes have become a distinguishing feature of a fallen hero's funeral.
We're proud of it, and we're proud of, we go out, and I say it all the time, we protect everybody else's family, but we had to protect each other too. And this is just a nice, way to do it.
The 20 dedicated members practice weekly, committed to the motto of within these walls, the finest and bravest are made.